So, welcome to this small video in my series about trends and trend forecasting as part of my marketing model series. In this small video, I'll be introducing a tool and include a warning. The tool I'll be talking about is the Trend Atlas, which is part of the future studies. The Trend Atlas and the holistic thinking is the images I've showed here on the side. I hope it's for the right side. The Trend Atlas is the one at the bottom. The Trend Atlas is the grouping of different trends into different categories and contextualizing them. It's a visual representation which should give you a map or a landscape of how things are moving, categorizing things. A way of doing this is to use some of the other techniques and methodologies to identify potential possible trends. All of these ones you use a visual representation for and start grouping them. In that way, you'll be able to see if there are linkages between different groups, different trends in an atlas overview. This is a structured overview or a left brain thinking, which is the rational, logical, and pragmatic way of doing thinking. But it's also important that you use the intuitive or the visionary way of thinking. Try to get a little bit out there. One of the tools that you can use is, for example, random picture imagineering. Go to Google, find one of the random picture generators, use that to spark up new ideas, new possibilities, and bring them into your Trend Atlas. In that way, we can move from just the purely structured analytical and get the width of things, because here it's very, very important that we get as many things on the board, but then we structure it afterwards. What we, however, have to be aware of, and especially as I just mentioned, searching for things, is what's called Overton window and the filter bubbles. It's two separate things, but in conjunction they become really dangerous. The Overton window was described by Joseph Overton, a political scientist, and identified as what's also sometimes termed as political correctness. These are the politically accepted ways of thinking and thinking about things. The filter bubbles come from Eli Pariser. He's an internet activist and coined the term because, well, what you search for, what you're presented with, comes from algorithms which tries to predict what you should expect, what you would like, what you would most likely interact with. Combining these things, what is politically acceptable and showing things that you would like, gives you a double bubble, so to speak, and therefore you will have to come out over those biases, especially the filter bubble, which is a variation of confirmation bias. You can watch my bias series and get more on that one. What you will realize is that you need to speak with people you don't like. You need to search for things you don't find interesting in order to broaden your spectrum. Otherwise, your Trend Atlas will be narrow into the parts that is confirming what you would expect, what you would like before. All right? So go down on the bench and speak with the alcoholic. Thank you for watching. See you later.